Governor Brian Kemp wants to reduce what he calls high-stakes testing for Georgia students. 41 NBC's Trissa Wooten found out what else will change if this plan moves forward.
The governor's proposed legislation will remove 5 out of 7 assessments that are now above federal requirements. Superintendent Curtis Jones for Bibb County School District says he has heard for decades that testing is too much. And Jones says there is a way to tell.
You're able to go back and look and see how many tests were currently given versus how many we gave 10 years ago or 20 years ago.
Jones says it was the No Child Left Behind initiation started by former President George Bush, which required students from grades 3 to 12 to be tested. That's when Jones says the number of required tests rose.
People like us who want to make sure we do well on the test then had practice tests. That adds to that as well. You still have the SAT, you still have ACT.
The Bibb County superintendent explains that more tests can negatively impact students.
Testing creates anxiety.
The bill says schools will test in the last 5 months of school. That way there will be more instruction and more learning.
We like for testing to be more formative so that it's informing our teachers of what they need to be teaching children and you know, some areas they may to work more on.
Scott says although in support of the bill, we all must take into account that the reduction of tests now means a more strict scoring system for students on remaining tests and overall performance for teachers.
And we're not afraid of accountability, but we want fair measures and we want the measures to be used in an appropriate way.
Scott says the state superintendent and state board of education have already made changes at the State Department.
For math, science, and social studies, that will result in about 40 minutes of reduced testing time. And for English language arts, it would be about 30 minutes.
The Houston County Superintendent believes all the current changes will coincide with the suggested bill. In Macon, Trissa Wooten, 41 NBC News.
Well, if passed, it will be put in place next school year.